The history of Norway has been influenced to an extraordinary degree the terrain and the climate for the region. About 8,000 before Christ, following the retreat of the great inland ice sheet, the earliest inhabitants migrated north into the territory which is now Norway. They traveled steadily northwards along the coastal areas where by the Gulf Streams where life was become more violent. In order to survive, they fished and hunted, redeemed and outer prey. Between 5,000 and 4,000 before Christ, the earliest agriculture settlements appeared around the Oslo fort. Gradually, between 1,500 and 500 before Christ, these agricultural settlements spread into the southern areas territory of Norway, whilst the inhabitants of the northern regions continue to hunt and fish.
These cities, he horned himself in something the base destination. Take your time and enjoy the spectacular landscapes, the delicious gastronomy, and the thriving culture scene. Enjoy the route. The one north of the fjords, the two northern three southern Norway. Cultural interest place and cursus is enhanced fortress and culture is outlaw. Loden will permanent display of waypoints, ponds, the bowling houses, the hand quarters of the Norway Armed Forces and Ministry of the Defense, inside cannons and modern weapons, as well as open tours of the historic prison cells, tinkle the facing of the big touring companies. 2. The main and absolute honor of the Kon-Tiki must into Heger that this man dedicate his entire life to science and travel. The name of the historic center is identical to the name of the route of which the current travel crosses the Pacific Ocean. The city of Stavanger will telling visitors will the Norway Petroleum Museum, the building that sits on the central environment of the city is designated under the also all rings. Traditions. Norwegians are very sporty people. then dedicate a weighted space of 13 to get out of the their routines and tradition. Norwegians are very sporty people. They dedicate an weekly space of 13 to get out of their routines and be part of nature activities such and golf, diving, writing, house reading are his favorites.
The first inhabitants of Norway were the ancestors of the Lapps who lived by hunting and gathering 10,000 years ago. Then came the age of the Vikings. These pirates made maritime expeditions in Europe, founded many small kingdoms in their way. West in transportation in Norway. Train connects large cities. Bus communicate medium and small towns. Trams and metro located in cities like Oslo and Bergen. Both some have a 10-minute journey by reasonable price. Norway key moments. Norway as a neutral country in the First and Second World War. The capital of Norway changes its name from Christiania to Oslo. Norway is the second largest oil exporter after Saudi Arabia. The typical Norwegian costumes or bind for women is distinguished by its embroidery, which contains a high content of floral motif and handkerchiefs that the woman wears tied around her head. It also consists of a shawl to protect them in cold weather. Accessories are general gold or silver jewelry. The typical Norwegian costumes for men consist of black turshes, a little beneath the kidney, decorated at the end of each leg with tailets and buttons with Caldwell bill silver and embroidered ornaments at the waist. The shirt is white with long sleeves and over the width of belts of a soap color, which is only partly visible, since the men wear a black jacket with the same buttons at the pants. They wear with skin high stocking and the longer silver back on their back shoes. In some cases, they can be seen wearing a back that. Gastronomy. Norwegian cheese plate recaps on the most traditional dishes of Norwegian gastronomy. Norwegian salmon in one of its cookie versions. The typical music of Norway is like this.